News 4, home of forewarned weather, rated Middle Tennessee's most accurate forecast.
Well, I know you've been keeping track of Maria, what's happening there, and now there's a fifth major hurricane.
Yeah, Hurricane Lee is way out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, so it actually is before, these go in alphabetical order. It actually developed before Maria.
Okay.
Then it fell apart, then it redeveloped into a major hurricane. They're both going east, though, which is away from us. Yeah, let's take a look. Tracking the tropics here, and you can see the storm circled. Maria, now a tropical storm. It regained hurricane strength yesterday. Now it's down to a tropical storm. I do not think it's going to regain hurricane strength. It's about to move over some substantially colder water as it moves out into the North Atlantic. Hurricane Lee is going to follow on that same path, moving out into the Atlantic Ocean, so away from the United States. Now, there's another area potentially disturbed weather that doesn't look like much right now. Off the Florida coast here, this is glob of clouds as you look down to the Caribbean. There's a potential that as this drifts to the north, it could develop into a system off the Florida coast by early next week, but that's over the next several days. We'll keep an eye on it. It's not set in stone. In fact, the National Hurricane Center estimates less than 50-50 odds that it actually develops into either a tropical depression or a tropical storm. So we'll keep an eye on it. Around here, ideal weather today, especially compared to the last 2 weeks. We've been in the low 90s over and over and over again. Not going to happen today. Just a few high clouds on the horizon as we look out over the Cumberland River in downtown Clarksville. Looking awfully good. Temperatures are warm, but appropriately warm for this time of year. We're actually already at our average high temperature in Nashville at 78 degrees. So that's how hot we've been recently. When we're going to be above average, it still feels like relief, like just the breath of autumn when we're only going to be 3 or 4 degrees above average instead of 13 or 14 degrees. 80 degrees already in Lebanon, one of 2 spots it's already at 80 degrees. Actually, no, now a couple more have been added to the list. 81 degrees in Leoman, 81 degrees in Fayetteville as well. 79 Tullahoma and McMinnville. You're knocking on the doorstep of 80 degrees. Temperatures are going to top out around 82 degrees in Nashville this afternoon, which is, again, 4 degrees above normal, but that's not bad for this time of year, especially with the lack of humidity and that nice breeze out of the north to keep things stirred around and keep the humidity heading downward, which is going to allow temperatures to drop off pretty quickly once the sun goes down just after 6:30 this evening, down to about 70 degrees already by 8 o'clock in the evening. We're going to fall all the way down into the mid to upper 50s by early tomorrow morning. So finally a chance to open up the windows, get some free air conditioning into the house, and just kind of let the air conditioner take a bit of a break for a little while. Temperatures will warm up again tomorrow, but we're going to be close to normal over the next few days, but it's going to be a very dry forecast. Let's get a little bit nerdy here. We're going to look all the way through next week with one of the long-range forecast models. So the colors you're going to see appearing here are its estimate of how much rain is going to accumulate over the next about 7 to 9 days. And you can see as it adds it up day by day over the week, this big hole right in the middle here, which includes the majority of the mid-state expecting 0 rain. Now, this is one version of one forecast model, but it does look like a very dry forecast all the way through the end of next week. So by the time that rolls around, we'll be talking more than 2 weeks of below average temperatures for below average rainfall for the mid-state. In fact, just completely dry weather. So the lawns are going to get a little bit crunchy, and maybe the fire danger is going to creep up as some of the plants go into their dormant phase. And temperatures are going to warm up as well. So our normal temperatures tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, temporary. It's not going to be back into the 90s in all likelihood, but it's likely that in the next 2 weeks, we are going to see above average temperatures for most of the eastern half of the country with all the cool air locked up out west. So just enjoy the next several days and enjoy the lack of rainfall. I know it's tough on farmers and anybody who likes to garden or do stuff in the lawn. You're going to have to do your own watering for a little while because we do not have a single rain chance in the forecast through the middle of next week and probably through the end of next week as well. You can see those temperatures warming back up into the low 80s Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So a warm start to the month of October. But again, at least we're staying within 10 degrees of those average high temperatures, not threatening any record territory. We'll keep you updated on that next warm spell here on News 4 and on the iHeart radio stations with updated forecasts throughout the day, throughout the week.
All right. Well, that weekend looks incredible. Loving it, folks. Thank you.